Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
An ordered manner. Orderliness by virtue of being methodical and well organized. We can't do it unless we establish some system around here. A group of independent but interrelated elements comprising a unified whole. A vast system of production and distribution and consumption keep the country going. A complex of methods or rules governing behavior. They have to operate under a system they oppose. An organized structure for arranging or classifying. He tried to understand their system of classification. A group of physiologically or anatomically related organs or parts. The body has a system of organs for digestion. A procedure or process for obtaining an objective. They had to devise a system that did not depend on cooperation. Instrumentality that combines interrelated interacting artifacts designed to work as a coherent entity. He bought a new stereo system. Physical chemistry, a sample of matter in which substances in different phases are in equilibrium. In a static system, oil cannot be replaced by water on a surface. The living body considered as made up of interdependent components forming a unified whole. Exercise helped him get the alcohol out of his system. The persons, are committees or departments, etc., who make up a body for the purpose of administering something. An ordered manner. Orderliness by virtue of being methodical and well organized. The act of forming or establishing something. The activity or result of distributing or disposing persons or things properly or methodically. A group of people who work together. The act of organizing a business or an activity related to a business. An organized structure for arranging or classifying. The persons, are committees or departments, etc., who make up a body for the purpose of administering something. An ordered manner. Orderliness by virtue of being methodical and well organized. His compulsive organization was not an endearing quality. The act of forming or establishing something. He still remembers the organization of the club. The activity or result of distributing or disposing persons or things properly or methodically. His organization of the workforce was very efficient. A group of people who work together. The act of organizing a business or an activity related to a business. He was brought in to supervise the organization of a new department. An organized structure for arranging or classifying. The facts were familiar, but it was in the organization of them that he was original. Form intrigues, in an underhand manner. A schematic or preliminary plan. An elaborate and systematic plan of action. A group of independent but interrelated elements comprising a unified whole. An internal representation of the world. An organization of concepts and actions that can be revised by new information about the world. A statement that evades the question by cleverness or trickery. Devise a system or form a scheme for. A complex of methods or rules governing behavior. The act of arranging and adapting a piece of music. The spatial property of the way in which something is placed. The arrangement of the furniture. The thing arranged or agreed to. They made arrangements to meet in Chicago. A piece of music that has been adapted for performance by a particular set of voices or instruments. An organized structure for arranging or classifying. He changed the arrangement of the topics. An orderly grouping, of things or persons, considered as a unit, the result of arranging. A flower arrangement. The quality of appreciating method and system. A condition of regular or proper arrangement. The quality of appreciating method and system. Any number of entities, members, considered as a unit. A system for classifying things into groups. The activity of putting things together in groups. A set that is closed, associative, has an identity element and every element has an inverse. Form a group or group together. Any number of entities, members, considered as a unit. Chemistry. Two or more atoms bound together as a single unit and forming part of a molecule. Arrange into a group or groups. Can you group these shapes together? An acting technique introduced by Stanislavski in which the actor recalls emotions or reactions from his or her own life and uses them to identify with the character being portrayed. A way of doing something, especially a systematic way, implies an orderly logical arrangement, usually in steps. The people in a society considered as a system organized by a characteristic pattern of relationships. Sociologists have studied the changing structure of the family. A particular complex anatomical part of a living thing and its construction and arrangement. He has good bone structure. A thing constructed, a complex entity constructed of many parts. The structure consisted of a series of arches. Give a structure to. I need to structure my days. The complex composition of knowledge as elements and their combinations. His lectures have no structure. The manner of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts. Artists must study the structure of the human body. Any part of an organism such as an organ or extremity. A plan for actively doing something. An artifact, or system of artifacts, that is instrumental in accomplishing some end. A subsidiary organ of government created for a special purpose. The quality of being instrumental for some purpose. The act of arranging a piece of music for an orchestra and assigning parts to the different musical instruments. An artifact, or system of artifacts, that is instrumental in accomplishing some end. The act of providing or using the instruments needed for some implementation. The instruments called for in a musical score or arrangement for a band or orchestra. A vaguely specified concern. Several matters to attend to. Have weight. Have import, carry weight. It does not matter much. Some situation or event that is thought about. It is a matter for the police. A problem. Is anything the matter? That which has mass and occupies space. Physicists study both the nature of matter and the forces which govern it. Used with negation, having consequence. They were friends and it was no matter who won the games. Written works, especially in books or magazines. He always took some reading matter with him on the plane. The body of a living animal or person. Computer network consisting of a collection of Internet sites that offer text and graphics and sound and animation resources through the hypertext transfer protocol. An intricate trap that entangles or ensnares its victim. Construct or form a web, as if by weaving. The flattened web-like part of a feather consisting of a series of barbs on either side of the shaft. An interconnected system of things or people. Tangled in a web of cloth. A fabric, especially a fabric in the process of being woven. An intricate network suggesting something that was formed by weaving or interweaving. The trees cast a delicate web of shadows over the lawn. Membrane connecting the toes of some aquatic birds and mammals. The property of holding together and retaining its shape. Wool has more body than rayon. A resonating chamber in a musical instrument, as the body of a violin. Invest with or as with a body. Give body to. The entire physical structure of an organism, an animal, plant, or human being. He felt as if his whole body were on fire. The body excluding the head and neck and limbs. A natural object consisting of a dead animal or person. They found the body in the lake. A collection of particulars considered as a system. A body of law. A group of persons associated by some common tie or occupation and regarded as an entity. The whole body filed out of the auditorium. An individual three-dimensional object that has mass and that is distinguishable from other objects. Heavenly body. The central message of a communication. The body of the message was short. The external structure of a vehicle. The body of the car was badly rusted. The main mass of a thing. A conical fishnet dragged through the water at great depths. A system of coordinated measures for apprehending criminals or other individuals. Caught in the police dragnet. The system of production and distribution and consumption. An act of economizing, reduction in cost. It was a small economy to walk to work every day. Frugality in the expenditure of money or resources. The Scots are famous for their economy. The system of production and distribution and consumption. The efficient use of resources. Economy of effort. A system formed by the interaction of a community of organisms with their physical environment. The system of law courts that administer justice and constitute the judicial branch of government. The act of meting out justice according to the law. The position of judge. The system of law courts that administer justice and constitute the judicial branch of government. An assembly, including one or more judges, to conduct judicial business. The system of law courts that administer justice and constitute the judicial branch of government. Persons who administer justice. The system of law courts that administer justice and constitute the judicial branch of government. A system of linguistic units or elements used in a particular language. A system of means and activities whereby a social institution functions. The complex machinery of negotiation. Machines are machine systems collectively. An open fabric of string or rope or wire woven together at regular intervals. Electronics. A system of interconnected electronic components or circuits. An interconnected system of things or people. He owned a network of shops. A system of intersecting lines or channels. A railroad network. Broadcasting. A communication system consisting of a group of broadcasting stations that all transmit the same programs. The networks compete to broadcast important sports events. Communicate with and within a group. You have to network if you want to get a good job.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.